My horror mini review for today is the original Child's Play, which came out in 1988 and starred Alex Vincent as the little boy and Catherine Hicks as his mother. It's actually a pretty solid horror film, all things considered. It's a ridiculous concept, but it's very much an 80s horror movie concept. An evil doll come alive that's inhabited by the soul of a serial killer. It's over the top, but it sort of works. Especially early on in the movie, they very much play up the is it the doll, is it the boy? The police don't really know, so you have this sort of confusion aspect that adds quite a bit to the theme of the thing. Not really the theme, the feel of it. And the feel as well is something that's fairly unique. It is very much a run-down city that they live in. I think it's New York, but I'm not sure if it's ever explicitly said. It reminds me a lot of Candyman, and that has a lot of dirty, grim environments. You've got the sort of shitty apartment they live in. You've got the streets that they find the drifter on, and the home of the villain's accomplice, as well as a few other areas that are all just kind of derelict and dingy and dark, which is quite a contrast from if you compare it to, say, Halloween or Nightmare on Elm Street, which is very much in suburbia, as those were sort of the other very popular 80s horror films at the time. This opted to do something a bit different. And it does play its ridiculous concept very much straight. It never laughs at itself. Like, Chucky the doll is a ridiculous character and he has fun with his torture. He likes killing people. But it still takes itself seriously. Something that the sequels don't really do, at least from about a bit of 2 and 3, because I've seen pretty much all the sequels, including the recent ones, Cult and Curse, but I hadn't ever actually seen the original until now. And they definitely play it up, and then you have Bride of Chucky and Seed of Chucky, which are very much in the comedy type of thing, in the comedy horror genre. But this plays it very much straight. It's got some genuine tension in a lot of the scenes. It can be quite scary. It's got some gruesome images, mostly of Chucky, actually. The blood and gore is pretty limited in terms of humans. You get a little bit here and there, especially the death of the witch doctor was quite gruesome when the pair come and find him. But yeah, overall, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a solid flick. One thing that, as I was watching it, I was thinking, if we did away with the opening scene, which has the main serial killer get stopped in a toy store and transfer his soul into the body of the doll, without that, it's actually quite a bit of a scarier film, and you don't really know whether it is actually the little kid doing the killing. You'd have more of an Omen thing, which I think might have actually been a more effective horror move. I understand why they wanted to go for what they went with, but I personally would have liked to just cut that scene out and had it be more psychological, I guess, or at least have some more ambiguity with the earlier scenes, with the, oh, Chucky's talking to me, but is he really or is he not? Is that maybe have some supernatural hints, but not something as explicit as a dude doing voodoo curse and lightning bolt comes up and explodes the store, which is, how it actually happens in the film. But I think that's really my only complaint. There were a few kind of subtle references to like Psycho and The Shining, which I thought were quite nice. They weren't overdone, but they were there. So it was definitely a horror movie that sort of knew its roots and played to them while still doing something different. So overall, I definitely watch Child's Play again. I'll probably watch the sequels again now that I've seen the original and sort of compare and contrast. But yeah, I thought overall it was quite good. And that's my review of Child's Play. I hope everyone has a nice day or night, depending on where you are. Bye.